Greetings, guys. This is Silverleaf. You know who I am by now. This is a Micro Marching League video production. I received a comment in my profile from Madam sometime back in regards to effective versus ineffective transitions. And what I thought I would do is take you through the designing of a show. So that means it's going to take me longer than 10 minutes to do a show. This is probably going to be a 3, 4, 5 multiple part show. It's going to depend on you, though. I'm going to go ahead and do this first one, and if you like it, I'm going to post it in the forum. Give me some feedback. If you like it, I'll continue. If not, well, we'll just say lesson learned. So what I am going to do is try to take you through my design philosophy and create a show. Excuse me, my opening set I have, as you can see, is directly on the 50-yard line. I have a set of mellophones in the middle. Thank you, Joe. It's a great feature. I'm really glad that the mellophones were added. And at this point, nobody else on the field is playing. It's just the mellophones. I guess it would be something like maybe the 1991 Star of Indiana show. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of these, and then when we get to the final set, we're going to start editing together, and then you can see how I do this. I'm just going to move this whole thing off axis to the right. I'm holding down Control and pushing to the right. It's actually a total of 16 spaces, which puts us on the 40 instead of the 50. So it's a 10-yard swing to the right. And you can just go ahead and watch this. I might say a couple things as we're going through here. Rotation back to the 50. Again, nobody's playing. Explosion of guard. Nice little form being brought forward, the part of the drum line. And then another rotation outward into a nice little like Chinese form, and then we have a scripted form at the end of this. And I am timing these. I'm going to try to keep it. I'm going to try to make them so I have nice little segment endings. So we're just going to go ahead and continue. Now, the whole point of what is effective transitions. If you have, first off, every part of your core involved in the drill, that's effective. If I just have a circle over here on the right hand side, well, let's just use these guys on the left. If I just have these guys here constantly staying while everything else is moving, it's not very visually appealing. So we're going to go ahead and build. And I'm going to go back one set and just watch her go forward. A nice little explosion outward. We're going to hit new set and we're going to start. So as I'm doing this and taking you through, I may add in some anecdotes, things that I know about drum corps history. I'm a geek about that stuff. I marched with Cavies back in '82 and Phantom in '83, so I was part of the wonderful 1812 overture. I would have loved to have marched in '84, but I went in the service. I think it's probably the only thing that I would say to you. 6. That looks good. It's the only thing I probably would say to you is if you have the opportunity right now, before you age out of drum corps at the age of 21, to do it, don't hesitate. Go do it. You will have an absolute blast, and it's really cool. It's one of those things you'll never ever forget. So I'm just kind of doing some rotational forms here. I don't know where this is going, and I think that's part of the fun of MML. Yeah, I could take the time to design everything outward but I think it works better this way sometimes. So if I make mistakes, guess what? I made a mistake. Oops. So we'll just continue. I may decide to scratch the whole form and start start over. I think it's best for me to do it this way because you're going to make mistakes too. And if you see a perfectly clean show, oh, look at that, he did that in one step. Well, I should be able to do that now. It doesn't work that way. I kind of like these arcs here. You know what? I didn't like that one. I just hit Z to go back with that set. I'm kind of going with like groups of 7 to 8. And we'll just see where it goes. Again, I'm not too critical. To me, it's more about the eye, what the eye sees. I want to rotate the drum, the basses around, because I think we're going to connect them and the snares over here somewhere, maybe. Again, I don't know. I may say that word quite a bit, so I'll apologize in advance for it. Oh, let's get rid of the guard. I highlight by double clicking on them, hold down the control key, and I'm going to move them to the right all the way except for one guard member. She's going to stay on screen. When I want to bring that back on, double click her, and I can pull them right back on. Quick and simple. And same thing for guard over here. Because I'm not worrying about them. Once I get the core set, then I'll be more concerned about finishing it off with them. And I don't know. Don't know where we're going at the moment. Smooth flowing transitions that include everybody in the set. That's certainly one of the first ideas that we're looking for. You want to have a nice flow to the show. You shouldn't have jerky movements where, you know, they come all the way over here and then the very next set come all the way back to the same exact spot. It's repetitive, and it should be. Ooh, I see something that's kind of neat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a kind of like a nice arc right in here connecting these together. So rotate with the bracket, and I may say things that you already know, but I think it's a nice reinforcement, and I assume that the people that watch these either are looking to improve as designers. So you might be newer to micro marching leg, and just looking for pointers. So if I can help you in that instance, great. And I've got about 2 minutes left here on this video. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and continue. And if I have to stop, that's one of the cool features. I'm using a program called Snagit, which allows me to record the entire video screen, and I have just a simple microphone plugged in. The audio is set to be recorded as well, and then I upload it to YouTube. It saves it as an AVI. I'm going to have to check on that because the last two that I didn't really come out that clearly. I want to see if there's a better form to save it, a better format to save it in, so when it's uploaded to YouTube, it looks clearer. I don't know for sure, but that's so far pretty good. Yeah, I'm not 100% happy with these guys. I think I'm going to rotate them. Control and bracket does little rotations. Of course, large, bracket by itself does more. And we got to pick that guy up there too. I'm just going to rotate them slightly and bring them around. So the whole point of this again is, Joe could take the time to have keyboard shortcuts that would help with like making spirals. It's just as much fun to do it this way, and you learn more. You're more active with the show. I'm coming up on the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and save it, and we will pick up in part 2. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope that it helps you to become a better designer.